I think we are set up. So, now let me see if I can find us on Facebook. See if we're live. Sorry it takes me just a minute. Hopefully I can find myself. How is everybody doing? I'm not finding my live. I did this the other day. I couldn't find myself. I think we're live. Hopefully. Does it look like we're live? What we're going to make is a fall flower today. Get rid of them. It says there's 4 people here, but I can't find my comments. There. Maybe. It was just there for a minute. I just seen it. This is so crazy. Hi, Monica. How is everybody today? Hope you're doing fine. I can't find my live. And without having my live, I can't do my comments. Yes, everybody, we are going to do the Unique in the Creek board. We're going to do a fall flower. And I thought I sent it out, but I'm not finding anything. Let me see. Maybe it'll be on this computer. Didn't find it on my phone. There we go. Thank you. I see it. Now let's see if I can see my comments. We won't worry about the phone now. Okay, I thought we would make a fall flower. Let me turn this down. Lord knows we don't want to listen to me. I'm going to use the flower board. I haven't preloaded my zip ties yet. But the first thing I do is at the top there is, it's at circumference 1. There is 2 holes, and I put a zip tie in there. And I tie that off. I'm going to have to find my snips. There they are. So we can cut. And here's my zip ties. Put the bow down, or the easy bow down there. Let me scoot up here. What we're going to do, I have made different centers because there's a small center and then there's the bigger one, and then I made them out of grass string, I guess you call it. I made a small one, and I also made a large one because I didn't know which one we would really want. I took and used the bag sealer and cut my mesh 10 by 10. And let's see. Hi Sherry, hi Susan. How is my Susan doing? And there's another Susan. Oh, you love my accent. What we're going to do first is we're going to start and we're going to put the zip ties in. And if you'll put your zip ties all the way around. Now, you can get these boards from my Etsy shop, which is Down Home Crafty Things. Or you can get them from my website, which is downhomecraftythings.com. And if you get them on Etsy, I will reimburse on shipping if it's too much. Because sometimes they don't charge right on the shipping. And I have all kinds of tutorials that I've done with the Unique in the Creek boards. And also Lori, the one that invented this board, under Unique in the Creek tutorials. Hi, Kansas. I'm Marina. I'm sorry for butchering your name. But you can get these 10% off if you go to uniqueinthecreek.com and put in Crafty Things. These boards you can get, like I said, you can get them from me. You can get them from Trendy Tree. I am making a fall flower. I went and I was trying to find the burgundy or the orange that was in here, and I didn't. So we're just going to make this a solid color flower. And I have ordered more poly burlap. It should be in any time. And it takes a little time to just sit down and put your zip ties in. But it makes it easier in the long run. This is the flower board. You can also get the character board where you can Mod Podge something here, or you can put a sign. I usually put a sign in the middle. Now, yesterday I done a scarecrow, and I Mod Podged it. And if there's a sign that, or if there's a board you want and you want to Mod Podge and can't Mod Podge, if you let me know in the comments when you buy your board what you're wanting in the middle, I will Mod Podge it for you. Because I know not everybody can Mod Podge, because you've got to get all the bubbles out. But I haven't tried it yet, but they say there's a spray out. Thank you, Vicki. I love being here with everybody. And if you don't care, spread the love. I appreciate it. And I'm not positive tomorrow what time I'm going to be able to go on. I was going to try 2 o'clock every day, but my granddaughter called me and said, Nanny, let's go buy some clothes. She wants summer clothes. So I'm going to have to take her shopping tomorrow. So I know I won't be here at 2 o'clock. Okay, there is 16 outer. Okay, there is 8 in the second circumference, or in number 3. And there is 8 in number 4. Number 5 is where we're going to put our center. So, let me put these 8 in here. And the zip ties, the thing about it, it'll make it waterproof. I do go ahead and spray my flowers with the clear UV spray, which you can get it at Walmart. It's just clear spray paint, and if you read on the spray paint, it says that it is UV protective. And hi, Michelle. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Marie. Hi, Barbara. I don't mean to leave anybody out, but sometimes the comments go pretty fast. And I miss them. But if you have a question, some of the other ones in the group, they can answer it. If not, I will answer the best I can. If you don't get the answer, private message me, and I will get you the answers. Hi, Tracy. I like that big smiley face. Shirley joined. Faye. Hi from North Carolina. Bobby. You're new? Well, hi. I'm glad you decided to join my page. We are going to use a Unique in the Creek board. And we are going to make a fall flower. Unique in the Creek has character boards, which, like, I don't know if y'all can see I'll raise it up so you can. The pumpkin board I did. The scary pumpkin, and I put lights on it. You can go on Unique in the Creek, and they have all kinds of tutorials if you want to learn how to use their boards. I have some on my site where I have used the boards. I've made flowers, and I don't always Mod Podge on the middle of the character boards. I have used the Christmas tree board. I've made gnomes with the Christmas tree board. They've made butterflies. I've made angels. It makes the beautifulest angel. I've even cut the board and made a cross out of it to put on my son's grave. But Unique in the Creek has listened to everybody, and they've got a plastic board coming, and I know she's hoping that it'll be out for June. So hopefully, if you're going to the craft convention, you can't see me very well. Okay, I've got 3 more zip ties, and then I'll fix the light. How about that? I'll fix the light, because maybe the light ain't in the right place, because I did move it earlier when I was sweeping the room. And I've got a light, so I don't want it to be dark for anybody. And I want you to be able to see everything. So, now, I've got all my zip ties in my board. And that didn't take that long to do. It does take a few minutes, though. And we remember where our hanging one is at the top. So this is the center of our board. Now let me fix the light, maybe. I don't know if that's any better or not. There, maybe. Maybe that's better. Need to move my glue pot before I spill it again. I done spilt it once. My dog got scared and came in. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you can see better. Okay, like I said, I've already got these cut. And what I'm going to do, I try to get my board down here where you all can see. And then what we're going to do is take, these are cut 10 by 10, and it's poly burlap. We're going to make a triangle out of it. And then what I like to do is scrunch it from where we folded it at There's several different ways you can do this petal. Then I take the piece that, this beginning piece I put on the front, and on the back I put the other. And then I'll straighten this out. And then what I'll do is take it to the board. And just kind of shape it in there. And then I pull it with the zip tie. And just shape your flower however you want your petal. And that's how that goes. And then, I know I got these out a while ago. Then you take and you just cut off your zip tie. Okay, this flower or this petal could be done like this. Go down the middle. You can do it like this. Just kind of make them even. But I kind of like making my petal. I fold it. And then I take and I go up the side. I start about 1 inch. And I start scrunching just little pieces. Until I get to about 1 inch over there. Then I put one of them in the back. And one of them in the front. And I kind of straighten this out. And you see, even though I've done the bag seal on it, I do have a fray right there. So you just kind of cut it off. Looks like I got a couple of them. And then we take it over here to the next one. And I put it in there about 1 inch. And then I take the zip tie and I tie it. Zip it. Real tight. And then I take and I cut it off. I'm shaping it. You see how the zip tie, this comes off and it curls up. Well, I'm taking it and I'm just folding it in two, where then you have a half a diamond. Then I turn it over here on its side like this. I start about 1 inch. And I start scrunching the bottom where it's folded. Then you have it looking like this. Then I will take and I will put one piece of that behind and I'll put the other piece forward. And I shape the petal. You can shape the petal after you put it in, or you can shape it before. But I shape the petal, I put it down in about 1 inch, and then I zip it. Is how I do it. And you zip it as tight as you can, and then you can take and you can straighten your petal out again. See, and it will cover, because your next row is going to come up here, so it's going to cover these. So then you take another piece of your mesh, and these are 10 by 10 squares is what they're supposed to be. So you take it and you make a triangle. Then on the side of your triangle, you start about 1 inch over here on this end and just scrunch. Scrunch your poly burlap. And then you have it like this. Then you can take one piece up, and I take one piece down, and see how it makes that petal so pretty? Then I bring it over to my board. I stick it in about 1 inch, and I zip it. Hi from Canada. I am making a fall flower. Is what I'm making. It'll be fall colors. It's got burgundy, orange. It's kind of got a green. It's real light green, and it's got beige in it. And you just flip it up. I take this and I take it down here and I make a VL of it. I cut these 10 by 10. Then I start about an inch from the end and I scrunch. The color of the mesh I'm using, it's several different colors. It's got like a burgundy and a green, like a forest, not a forest green, but what color is that green? And then it's got orange. So then you bring this down here, put it in about an inch. It is a this is a plaid, type of plaid mesh that I'm using. I really wish I could have had some burgundy, because I was going to do burgundy and then do a roll of this, and then we could do a roll of like the orange and then do another roll of this. And I thought it would really turn out really, really pretty. But I got to looking in my mesh and I didn't have nothing but this color, and I kind of wanted to do a fall flower. So I thought, well, this will have to do. But I did order. I have ordered more so that we can make some pretty flowers, fall flowers. This is a whole lot like the way you make the sunflower. All but you use yellow mesh. You can make a daisy. You can make, there's several different flowers you can make. And then you just kind of shape your little petal. And if you shape it, you'll see that it will spread out some. And you just kind of overlap each other is what you do. Like that. See? It takes, I'm thinking 32 pieces of mesh, 10 by 10. So you're going to have, I think it cuts off, I'm thinking 38 is what it will cut, 10 by 10. And we need 36. And what I'm doing with my leftover mesh, I went ahead and cut it 10 by 10 because I'm planning on making a really flower. Some type of flower that's going to be all different colors. I think it'll be pretty for fall. We just kind of have to figure out how I'm going to do it. But I go ahead and I cut the whole row when I do it, so then I have plenty of petals. But you just scrunch. I love this petal right here. It covers so well. Which there's another petal. There's all kinds of petals that you can do. Thank you, Carolyn. Really appreciate it. And then you just stick it in there about an inch. And you zip your zip tie. And see, with your zip ties already in there, it makes it so much easier just to put them in and go. And then just shape your little petal the way you want it. And I'm turning my board. But I'm taking, this is a 10 by 10 piece, and it's curling up. I take and I match the two corners, turn it on its side. I start about an inch from this end, and I scrunch. And poly burlap is the easiest one to scrunch with, because it just kind of goes the way the grain is going. Then I will take and I shape my flower or my petal. I stick it in there for about an inch, and then I zip tie it. And if you'll put them all in there about an inch, that's all it needs to go in there. And you just shape your petal, overlap it on the other ones, and it makes the petal look really pretty. I miss Janet, my BFF. I see she found me today. She said she couldn't find me yesterday. She's the one that has Doodlebug wreath signs. She has an Etsy page and a Facebook page. So if you need any signs made, Jan's the person to get them from. She can make anything you want. Believe you me, we come up with all kinds of things she has to come up with for me. Which that's funny. Hi, Donna. I cut my mesh with my, I call it a bag sealer, but it's a, I don't know what, I'm trying to look around and see where I laid it. It's about this long, and I cut it with that, I got it from Amazon. I call it a bag sealer because it seals the ends of it so it don't fray. But now you still have some fraying. No matter what you cut it with, because you've seen me cut off some pieces, but the bag sealer makes it so much easier because it just kind of melts the ends so it won't fray. You place that in and zip it. And then what I'm doing, I'm recycling that plastic. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, I'm putting it in my little can, is what I've been trying to do. How do you cut the mesh? Okay, what I do is I take my sealer and I set it right here. I put the roll of mesh on this side of it, and then I will measure out what 10 inches is from where you put that down, and it melts it from there to there. And on my board, when I was cutting it, I had to put my mesh on 14 because my bag sealer set right here. And it goes down. So and that made a 10 inch. I measure how long it, from where it cuts it on the bag sealer, or seals it, how far down do I need to make for a 10 inch piece? Did that help? Yes, I do sell kits. I sell kits to make flowers. I've got the sunflower that I've got a kit made up right now on it. That's in my Etsy store. But if you would like to make a different color or a certain kind of flower, if you let me know what you want, I can fix you up a kit for it. I've got all different colors, bright colors, turquoise, 2 different kinds of pink, purple, and I've ordered orange, and I've ordered burgundy, and I've ordered brown, because I didn't have those colors. But I've got a lot of the colors. I've even got the green. I am going to make a poinsettia kit this year. But you can go to my Etsy page, Down Home Crafty Things. Or if you message me, private message me in Messenger, I can give you the instructions on where the kits are, and you can tell me what color you want, and and if you want me to seal your leaves, I will seal them for you. I will cut your mesh up for you. And then, like this tutorial, it doesn't matter what color mesh you use. This is the same way I would do. This is how I do my sunflowers too. There's other ways you can do this petal, but I really like this way. I don't know who come up with it or anything like that. I just appreciate it and I use it because I love the way this covers. I know I've seen others use different petals, but I'm wanting to make a daisy. I think a daisy would be really pretty. We might try to make a daisy tomorrow, but it's going to have to be tomorrow evening sometime or early in the morning. I need to learn how to do lives, as I have no clue how to set up. Well, I'm going to be having a group the 1st of March. I was trying to come up with a name that would kind of go with my Down Home Crafty Things. And I thought crafting on the porch, or I thought all kinds of things. I've been trying to come up with some kind of cute little catchy name for our group. And it's going to be $14.99. And I will have 2 tutorials a week that are just for the people in the group. And I will have some business. And that would be like helping you get started doing lives. Be more than happy to help you start doing lives. I have a Mevo. Facebook is going to be changing where we're not going to be able to use MiniChat unless we pay for it if they don't okay us. And as far as I know, they're not okaying anybody. I will have to look, Donna, and see if I've got any white. I'm thinking it's kind of an off-white is what I have. I was thinking I had some. But now, I'm thinking when we make the daisy, I'm not going to use poly burlap. I'm going to use the regular Deco Mesh and use a different petal and put like a yellow center in, or you can put a brown center, or you can even, I've seen pink daisies. Down Home Crafty Things in the attic. It might end up being that, Jan. Up in the attic is where the clubbies go, because I am upstairs. That would probably be about as close. I can't think of anything to name our group. Now, I'm starting on the next row, and you see how that's just covering up. See how that one just covered that up? Covered up these two. It's covering up the empty spots around. So now we're going to do another one. And you just fold these in half, turn it on its side, start about 1 inch, and poly burlap is so easy to scrunch because it just scrunches on its own pretty well. And then I take one and put up and one down on the ends. Then I will take and stick it in about 1 inch, and then I scrunch. Or zip it. Then you take this and you just shape your petal, and if you see, it will cover up the next row. That's why I really love this. This is what I use for my son, my sunflower. I use this petal. But there's different ways you can make these. This is just one of my favorite ways. At a show, how do I hang my wreaths? When I was doing craft fairs, I don't do craft fairs anymore because my Etsy store has been doing pretty good. They are so much work. I got grids. You can't see, but you can order them on Amazon. And I ordered 3 of the grids. And then I ordered the hooks. Let me see. Have I got any hooks here? I'm not seeing any hooks. And then I just put my wreaths on a hook. Now, your best bet, because you will damage your wreaths if you don't watch how you pack them. And I think if I was to do it again, because I did have to redo several wreaths from doing craft fairs last year because I laid them on top of each other in my car. And when you lay them on top of each other, they tend to flatten out. It ruins the mesh is what it does. It just flattens it. Unless it's a flat wreath. Like these flowers are pretty flat. But I would bag them and I would hang them on a rod where then they could hang. I've learned a lot since doing craft fairs how other people do it, and it doesn't ruin their wreaths. They hang them on a curtain rod with they get trash bags. I ordered bags off the internet, like you put your clothes in at the dry cleaners. But you can get trash bags, which are clear, from Sam's, and hang your wreaths on a hanger with a bag on it. The grids are... just a minute and I'll show you this one. I have several of them because you can use them for about anything. But the grids are, let me see here. Wait just 1 second and I will tell you. Look over here at this. See what I've got flowers stuck in? That is a grid. And it is, ooh, sorry, it is 5 foot tall, and it is 2 foot wide. So 5 foot by 2. Sorry if I made anybody sick. They are very handy. Our local Dollar Tree was cleaning out some of their shelves, so now you could go to stores and see if they have any extras. that they're wanting to get rid of. Because I bought 3, and I bought the stands they stand on from Amazon. And then instead of screwing the stands on, I took and I zip tied them. Because they're a T. And they go on each side of the stand. But you can take and you can put these grids, if you want to. You can make them, take one, put this way, and put one in the middle where it comes out this way. So it's like a T, and you can put wreaths on both sides, and then on the other side of the other one, if you had 2. If you do 3, you could put them like a U shape, and not have to buy the legs, because the legs are a pain in the butt. I'll just be honest with you. You can also order these boards from me, Down Home Crafty Things. I have them in my Etsy page. And like I said, I do give you back your on shipping, because it never figures the shipping right. I will refund you on your shipping. Okay, now let's go ahead and do another one. And your thing is going out today, Annette. She was the winner when I got my 1,000 viewers. She got an easy bow maker. I'm getting ready to do another drawing on a kit. And I was thinking like a sunflower kit. So be watching for that. And sign up for that so that you can get. Hopefully you can win. I apologize, I haven't got hers out quick. She gave me her address, was it last week? The end of last week, and I haven't got it out yet, but I'm working on it. How do I attach my centers? Well, I take a styrofoam ball and cut it in half, and you can either do the big ones or the little ones. I cut it in half, and then I take and make 2 holes in the bottom, and I fill them up with glue, and I put pipe cleaners in it. I do that on the big ones or the little ones. Put the pipe cleaners, and then the pipe cleaners will go right in the holes in the middle, and you've got your center. Now, you can put glue, if you want to put glue, also under it, but I don't see there's a need. I just kind of see how my flower's doing and just do it that way. Hi, Connie Jackson. Yes, Anita answers a lot of questions for me. I think she's been with me ever since I started. And I'm not for sure, but I know she's been with me. And she helps me out a lot by answering questions, and she knows all the tutorials I've done. She can tell you where to go find them. And she lives in Tennessee. I do know that. But I think this is fun. I love chit-chatting with everybody. The racks behind me are shoe racks. And they are the metal shoe racks, and I got those on Amazon. And I just changed where the hose went. I had bought, everybody was buying those plastic racks for your ribbons. But if you've got a lot of ribbon, I'm going to suggest, because that's what I've switched to, I'm going to leave these here for, like, when I'm doing my live, and for, like, these will have my seasonal ribbon on it. But in another room, I have shelving like you put in a closet. And I have lots of ribbons. It stores more ribbon than what these racks will. Because I had bought all those plastic racks, shoe racks that are like $20 on Amazon. Because everybody was saying how good they were. Well, I had a problem. They started falling. Because the 50-yard rolled ribbon and the 100-yard rolled ribbon weighs too much for those racks. But now on these, on the top, I have 50 and 100-yard rows. And they are metal, and I give like $30-some a piece for them. So they are nicer than what the other ones are. And I just drill the hose different when I put the rod in. It goes kind of in the middle instead of like a shoe rack. That's how I do. And then the center, I haven't figured out which center I wanted to use because I didn't know if this one or that one would look the best. So y'all be thinking about that, because we're going to have to come up and figure out which center we want to put in this flower. And I took pom-poms and made the brown one. And then I just took rope or twine. And I put glue and just wrapped it around and around on the ball. Is how I made the other center. There's several different ways to make centers you can buy. There's a center that you can buy. I like making mine because the center you can buy is big. This thing just keeps binging beside me, and it just, I don't know what it is. And then, but Amazon, they have a lot of things. That's where I get my zip ties too. You can get your zip ties. I've got lights. I just got those in. I haven't got them on my website yet. But I've got the timed lights where they stay on for 6 hours and they're off for 18. And you just more or less just set them when you want them to come on. And they come on and they stay on for 6 hours. And they go off. I just got 50 of those in that I haven't got listed on the website yet. I have some different mesh that I haven't got listed. And I've got all kinds of ribbon. I've got a lot of the patriotic truck, if anybody needs any. I do have it listed. See how you just kind of bend your petal out? Yes. And if you would take and share this to your page or share it, it will be on your page where you can buy it there. Or not buy it, but see it anytime you want to, because it would be on your Facebook page. So if you share it to yourself, you can always go back and watch it. And I appreciate if anybody wants to share. That's like giving me a big hug. It just gets my tutorials out there a little more. this is the last row we're putting on, and I'll show you the reason why you need your flower a little bigger is to cover up the bottom part. But you can use the little one and just go ahead and put more petals in. You can just put more petals in at the bottom, and then put the, and we might end up doing that because I kind of like that look too. Where I said we wasn't gonna put petals in this center hole, we might put petals in that center hole because I've got enough mesh to do it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Thank you. That's my Etsy page. Jan just pinned it at the bottom. Sorry, I didn't turn my phone off. I forgot. That's so rude of me. But if you get to making one of these and you have any questions at all, you can message me on Messenger. We can do a Zoom call or a FaceTime. If you need me to help you, be more than happy to help with any questions that you have. Because that's how we learn. It's how we all stick together and we learn how to do things. But I do have different colors of, if you want a different color flower. I have different centers. I've got like, it looks like a rosebud center. Or you can take the mesh and make a rosebud center. Stick that in about an inch and zip it. And then you just kind of adjust your petals. Now, if we were going to be done with that, we would have to use the big center. And then it would cover all of it. We could either use this center. Yes, the squares are 10 by 10. Or we could use this one. So it's up to you all on what you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put more petals in. So I'm going to load some more zip ties. 4 more. Because the bottom will take 4. And then I'll show you how you just use the pipe cleaners and put the center in. Well, I thought I could do that without having to turn it over. And throw all them in the garbage. But then we'll put the 4 more petals on it, and I'll show you how you can use the little center or the big center. It's up to you how big you want your center to be. And some flowers, I like it to have the big center. Now, by putting the pom-poms on your center, I'm gonna spray it, but you need to have it like under a overhang. But this will fit on your front door with a screen door. That's what's nice about these boards, is they will fit on a screen door. Or in between a screen door. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in here, and you just put them in, like I said, about an inch. and you zip it, and then you straighten your petal out how you want it. My fingers kept sliding on that one. And then you just straighten that out like that. We got 3 more petals to put in. And 1 roll of burlap, if you cut it 10 by 10, you have plenty to make. I'm calling this a fall flower. I just love the colors of it. The different colors. I love fall colors. The burgundies and the oranges and the browns and all those. I love all of them. Stick it in there for about 1 inch. And I'll show you on the center how we're going to put it in there. Like I said, you could take and glue it. But I will, even if I put glue on it, I will go ahead and put the wire ties. The rope, yes. You like the rope? I think I'm going to like the rope too. The rope is, it was easy too. You just kind of, I put glue, took my glue gun and put it on the ball and just started wrapping it around. Start wrapping it around the center. I put a hole in the middle and I stuck the rope down in it and started making the center. Is how I did. And look, we're still going to have 3 pieces left of the burlap, or the poly burlap, off of 1 row of 10 yards. And like, that's the second one that I've seen that I've had to cut off. So that's pretty good. I mean, it melts it pretty good for you. The bag sealer does. It seals the ends. Okay, now zip this thing in and spread this out like that. And this one spreads like this. There we go. Now what we have to figure out is which size. And I'm going to say the bigger size because it will cover your center better. Because the little one, it covers, well, y'all throw that one right in the floor, didn't I? I'm going to put a lip on my table so I can't lose all this stuff. So which center do you think we ought to go with? The big one or the little one? Hi, Sue. Thank you. I got the mesh from my wholesaler. I think they have it at Craft Outlet, Trendy Tree. I have yellow, and I have pink. I have several of the different colors. Do you think we ought to go with the small center? Big one for sure. Okay, do you think it should be the rope? Or do you think it should be the pom-poms? kind of like this rope for the center. Kelly likes the little one. Angie likes the big one. Veronica likes the brown. Jan likes the rope. Chris likes the pom-poms. Like the both. Melanie. Sherry the rope. Marlene the pom-pom. Well, let me put this back on here again. Marlene likes pom-pom, and Carolyn likes the rope. Sue likes the rope. Deborah likes the rope. Jenny likes the pom-poms. It makes it look rich. Karen likes the rope. Bonnie likes the rope. I'm having more rope. Hi, Carla. First time watching. So why don't we put the rope in? Now, like I said, what I take is an ice pick. And I put a hole down in the styrofoam. And then I fill it up with the glue. And I fold my pipe cleaner like this and stick it down in that hole, and then I fill it up with the glue first, and then I stick this down in there. And then I fill it up more with the glue to make sure that it'll stay in there. And now, how you put these in here is you put them in the hose. Like, you lift it up, and you take your wires, and you put them in. There's that one, let me see. Right beside the zip tie is how it goes in. Then you grab it from the other side, and you pull on it. And then you have to lift up your flower or your center. And I'll show you on the back what it looks like. I'm going to twist this just a little bit so that I can get the other one in. Because I put 2 zip ties on this. You don't have to. I just did. Then you want to make sure you're getting it kind of in the middle. And then you put your pipe cleaner down through the hole. Is it going through there? Yes. And now one more pipe cleaner, and then I've got it in there. And you kind of center it. Center your, there it is. Center your middle thing, or like this rope. Well, come on in. Is that not the right place? You try to go right beside the zip tie. Let me see here. Straighten that out. Go right in between the zip tie. Pull it through the middle. See, on the back. And then what I'm going to do is twist a couple of times. Take and make sure it's in the center. Like I said, you could put glue in the middle if you wanted to. But I didn't see a need for glue. Here's the top. Because I'm looking for the hanging. This is what it looks like. Make sure all your petals are all smoothed over and covering up. If you need to put a little glue on them, you can put a little glue to make sure that they stay. But normally, once you get them there, they're there. And then turn your board over and just take and twist these zip ties. And I twist them several times, and then I'll cut them off. Like this one, it ain't tight enough. There. You tighten it and then twist it. And I twist it 4 or 5 times before I cut it off. You see the back? Your back looks just as pretty as your front. Well, not really. But it's smooth. And then what I do is take my glue gun, and on the very tip, I will put glue. So then it can't scratch your door. And there we have our fall flower. This will be in my Etsy shop. Anybody wants to make one, let me know. I'll help you. If you will save and share that to your page. If you share it to your page, then it will be there for you to watch again to see when you get your mesh. So, tomorrow, I think, what was it we were going to make tomorrow? Can't remember. I said we're going to make something tomorrow. Oh, we're going to make a daisy tomorrow. I was wondering if I'm going to make a pink one with a black center or a white one with a yellow center. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, I want to thank everybody. And if you wouldn't mind liking and sharing my page, I would deeply appreciate it. And I hope you all have a blessed evening. And until tomorrow, it will probably be like 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Because like I said, I have to take my granddaughter shopping. But we will make a daisy petal. A daisy. Whether it be pink and black or white and yellow. So, you all have a good evening. Thank you for being here. And hopefully my bot will send you an alert when I go live the next time. And for all you newbies, thank you. And thank you, Lori. Thank you for coming up with the boards. We all love it. Everybody have a good and blessed day. And much love. Thank you very much.